Hey everyone, this is Matt from Unbearable 73. So I'm doing this short live stream just to record my thoughts and picks on Money in the Bank, which is tomorrow. So it's like 5 in the morning on Friday, July 5th right now. And I like this card. I like cards like this. They're short, they're to the point. It isn't like 5 hours, 4 hours of like every single storyline being run or whatever and all that. So let's get right into it. Uh, Now, I just an announcement first. I've become a regular contributor on Legion Talk and Joker Voices show Wednesday Night Overbooked, which is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on simulcast on Legion Talk and on Joker Voices channel. And we did discuss Money in the Bank on that day, right? So I will give my more particular thoughts, some of which are what I said there, and some additional stuff, right? So let's first talk about the I guess the men's Money in the Bank match, which is what everyone is really thinking of here. Okay, so we have Jey Uso versus Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade versus Chad Gable versus LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre, right? Actually, no. Before I get to the individual match analysis, then I want to compare the men's and the women's Money in the Bank. Women's Money in the Bank is Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. Now, I fully admit ahead of time I am a big, I guess you would say, shill for Chelsea Green. I don't know why, but WWE gives you upskirt shots of her every time she's on the ring in her outfit. Even though, yes, the women wrestlers show off their bodies all the time, perfectly natural. The male wrestlers sell their physical appearance; it's part of their gimmick, right? But so my bias out of the way. I mean, as wrestling goes, Io Sky is the best in that match, right? But here's my point I'm making, right? If you look at the 6 people in the men's match and the 6 people in the women's match, right, and you think of where they are in their individual storylines, right, right, all the women in the women's match, you could conceivably see winning this match in terms of, because remember, it's choreographed and storyline, and you can see any one of them getting this special Money in the Bank contract shot, right? Now, when you look at the men's match, you cannot, no one in their right mind can see Lame Event Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, or Andrade, or honestly, even Chad Gable. Well, certainly the first three, no one in their right mind could imagine them getting this shot. Now, that is not to say that Triple H might not pull a swerve and give them one of them a shot. What I'm saying is the storylines that Lame Event Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade are in are like make them basically like not barely mid carders at this point. Okay, and so that's what I wanted to get out of that. Right now, onto the individual match. Oh, one more thing. Okay, and this is not to say women's wrestling is inferior, but Money in the Bank is a spot driven match. I mean, and to your point of fact, Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade are in this match specifically because they are far better spots of the type of spots you do in this match with ladder jumps and everything. They're way better at it than the other three guys are. Okay, now there's no way if you put the women's Money in the Bank after the men's match on this pay per view, um, the fans are going to be will be will not react well to it. Okay, because it just will not be as visually stunning as the men's match will be. Okay, so if I were me, before I talk about specific matches, I would open with the women's match. Okay, open with it because in terms of the physical, I mean, just get that out of the way. Okay, I think it'll be a really good match, but it will not be as spectacular as the men's match. And alternative, open with Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins, then do the women's match, right? But the spectacular matches, which are going to be the men's Money in the Bank, the Bloodline versus Team Cody, and even the Sami Zayn Braun Breaker match. Okay, those, like, if you put them women's match after that, it will it will take the luster off of it. Okay. So that being said, I'm gonna go down the list in the order the matches are typed into Wikipedia. Okay, so Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre. Now, Jey Uso is on his way back to being in a tag team. I know he is over with his chant and all that, but he is not. I mean, I call the Usos the discount young guns for a reason. They are not great in the ring. They're very athletic. They have great athletic potential. They know how to sell, but they don't. They just their level of wrestling that they is far supposed below their athletic ability. Okay, and that's why I call them. And they basically do the Young Guns routine, but not as spectacular as the Young Guns do it. Okay, so I cannot see lame event Jey Uso winning this one. Okay, Carmelo Hayes, he's strictly there to be for the spots. Andrade, I can honestly see Andrade getting this because he's getting a bit of a push. I don't think he will. I think all my instincts tell me that one of the three of Chad Gable, LA Knight, or Drew McIntyre are going to get this. All storyline, Chad Gable is involved in a couple of the storylines right now with the Wyatt Six and with obviously the Alpha Academy thing, which, as Joker Voice pointed out, of course, that it would not make sense for him to get the Money in the Bank shot. Okay, LA Knight, on the other hand, that Money in the Bank shot on the trajectory LA Knight is on should mean a title shot at Cody. And that could be interesting because Cody is a little bland right now. They really need what they really needed to do for Cody was that feud with AJ need to go on for several months. In other words, AJ knows how to do a really dark heel. Have AJ go really dark, beat up Cody's mom, all sorts of stuff like that. Take out Cody's friends and put them, all in the ring. Like have Randy Orton ambushed by by a even larger OC, which is basically Bullet Club WWE. Just do takeout matches and end that maybe in SummerSlam with with Cody going over him after AJ has healed it up quite a bit. Like that. Cody needs that type of thing. He needs a really strong heel to chase him, to make and to terrorize him, and to make Cody be back on trial for it, so to speak. And LA Knight, for example, if he gets to get Money in the Bank, my view is he would want the shot at Cody's belt, not at. I mean, technically, you could take any other belt you want, but I don't see LA Knight going after the IC title. I don't see LA Knight going after the US title. I don't see LA Knight going after the World Heavyweight title. I see him want to go after Cody's title, and I just don't see LA Knight's a face. Cody's a face. So cashing in on Cody doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this leaves us with Drew McIntyre, and everyone is thinking Drew McIntyre is going to get Money in the Bank, that he's going to get this, and then a lot of people say, well, he's going to try to cash it in on Damian Priest that night, which is why which everyone indicating that's what indicates that the Damian Priest match will happen after the men's Money in the Bank. Okay. And then CM Punk's going to interfere and cost him to lose the Money in the Bank. Now, I don't know. I just can't see them screwing over Drew again. Like, how dark can Drew go before he's a comedy act, right? Like, how much can you punk him, literally, cock block him before he becomes a comedy act, okay? And like, what else can Drew do? I mean, they're gonna have Drew attack AJ Lee. Is that what they want? How dark they want to go? I mean, that's CM Punk's wife is the wrestler former AJ Lee. So I don't know. I would rather not cash in it all here at all. And so that being said, there, right? So I'm gonna pick who should win it. I'm gonna go with LA Knight, and only because I think Triple H is going to swerve us on this one. And I think we're not going to get Drew McIntyre because we're all thinking it's going to be Drew McIntyre. So I'm going to go with LA Knight. So there's that. So now for the women's. Well, it's not Naomi. It's not going to be Naomi. She's a horrible wrestler. Uh, Everyone's thinking this is Tiffany Stratton's rise to the top. She's very athletic. She's good in the ring. She's obviously physically beautiful. She seems to be able to do promos, right? I mean, Naomi's not going to get this. Zoe Stark is. I can't. No one sees her getting this. Chelsea Green, she's a support wrestler at this point, and I don't know why you would give her a title shot. She has charisma. Obviously, she's physically beautiful. She has okay short promo skills. She's okay in the ring. So remember, for people who wonder why this stuff matters, when you put a belt on someone, that's because you think you can make money with them as a company, right? With them in that position, right? So that person's got to be able to perform in the ring, do some promo work, or have a mouthpiece like Heyman who can do the promo work for you, and so forth. And Chelsea Green, she's been the mouthpiece for Piper, but I think she's not good enough to be her own man at this point, so to speak. And honestly, Piper is a way better wrestler than she is. Piper is an amazing. She's probably the best big woman wrestler active right now. Although Willow is great. Jordan Grace would be qualified as a big woman wrestler, even though she's not really a big woman in that way. So Jordan Grace is pretty good, but Piper, if you go watch all the old Oh My God wrestling highlights, and she's in there all over the place with some amazing work. Okay, so Lara Valkyrie is too new. Naomi is there just to fill it out. It comes down to my view to Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton. My want says Io Sky. My instinct says Tiffany Stratton. And I don't see Triple H swerving us on this one. So it's either Io Sky or Tiffany Stratton who wins it. And I like my Tiffany. So we'll see. Tiffany's getting a push. So we'll say Tiffany. All right. Next on the list is Damian Priest for Seth freaking Rollins. Damian Priest is going to win this. Okay. He is still getting. He's a placeholder champion, but he's getting a push so he can make some money and whatever while he's placeholding for this belt. He's decent in the ring. He that match he had with what was it? The one where he sold that injury. He got that minor injury and sold it really well. That was really great. So we know that Damian Priest is getting a storyline change with the Judgment Day, where he is likely to be leaving the Judgment Day after this. Okay, but just in terms of storyline. So I'm going to say Damian Priest goes over on that one. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. It feels too soon for Braun to win a title here. It could happen though. It just feels too soon for Braun to get it. I mean, now this could be the beginning of a program between them where Sami goes over Braun but barely. And then Braun gets a rematch, maybe at SummerSlam and wins it there. That's quite possible. Okay, if Sami had this title for 2 or 3 more months, then I'd say Braun would be winning this. He's going over big right now, and he's if he doesn't get hurt and keeps it together and doesn't do something stupid, he is the future of the WWE. The dude has amazing athletic ability, and he's so far excellent in the ring. So I'm going to say Sami wins this one, and now finally for the Bloodline. Which any 3 of Solo, Tamatanga, Tangaloa, and Jacob Fatu versus Cody, Randy, and KO. Well, just because any 3 of them, all 4 of them will be involved, okay? And that leads many of us to think, and I agree with this, that there's going to be a 4th person on the side of Team Cody who will get involved. Who is that going to be? Could be Lame Event Jey Uso. It could be the other Uso. It could be the return of Roman Reigns. I don't think it'll be the return of Roman Reigns. I think his fight against the Bloodline is going to be separate from Cody's fight, right? So there's possibilities for this, right? So Team Cody, the Bloodline should win here. Okay, it just feels like the Bloodline should go over here, and then a save will come in to save Team Cody. Because for the further storyline, the Bloodline has to be booked strong to keep building them up as heels. Solo is doing very well as a leader and a heel. Okay, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, they need to be booked a little stronger. But Jacob Fatu has come on strong, and so there's a real potential here. The Bloodline has to win, and then be on the beatdown, and then for the further to the storyline, I'm predicting the Bloodline will win. They'll be doing the 4-man beatdown, then someone's going to come in and help out Team Cody. Okay, that's what I'm predicting. Okay, so those are my thoughts on Money in the Bank. One final thing I will say is match orders should be, in my opinion, okay. The final match should be the Team Cody versus the Bloodline. Men's Money in the Bank should be right before that, and then even though I know we know it's after that, but in terms of like audience waiting, I would open with Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins. I'd have the women's match, then have Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker, then have men's Money in the Bank, then I would finish with Team Cody versus the Bloodline. I'm betting they're probably going to do it in this order that's listed in Wikipedia, but we won't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Money in the Bank 2024. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let me know. I'm going to check. I don't see any comments popping up in the StreamYard, or I should check live, but whatever. So if you have any questions or comments about my Money in the Bank predictions, down below. Like if you like, share it out, please, if you can. I will be back after Money in the Bank. Now, I tend to watch wrestling events on a 1-day delay, so I will probably watch Money in the Bank on Sunday and probably give you my thoughts about it on Monday. Okay, or right, yeah, because that makes sense. So my thoughts and analysis. Right. Anyway, have a great weekend, guys. Happy 4th of July.